Eastern. We welcome more members. I think we're up to 10 now. I'd love to get to 20. We need an eclectic group of good human beings who do awesome stuff for the community and stand out in the crowd. So today we always start off with our testimonials, and we're going to go with Alyssa first, Jeannie second, Oscar third, and Scott hitting cleanup. So Alyssa, take it away.
Hi, everyone. So I met with Scott Lask, and Scott is a financial planner. And I have to tell you, I work with another financial planner because I didn't know Scott at the time that I put things together, but he brought so many wonderful things to light and gave me good things to think about. And I am seriously considering moving my money over because I think he has insight into how to really make your money grow for you. So he was fabulous. So thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Alyssa. Jeannie Batten second.
So good morning, everyone. Great testimonial. I love that. Scott is a great guy. And I did have a one-to-one with him yesterday for the very second time. And I'll tell you something. I love my one-to-ones the first time because I get to know who you are, what you're about. But the second time shows me everything else. And that's what makes the comfort. And so I'm excited about doing one-to-ones with everyone here on the very first time, but I'm more excited about doing it for a second and a third, because you know what? An hour is not long enough to learn about all the things that we've done in our life and who we are from the time of inception till now. So I think it's important that we do it more than once. Also had another one with Kim. We were on the phone. We learned each other. I wanted to get on that call. I didn't make it though. It was just one of those things. And by the time I saw the email, it was way too late. So I'm definitely getting on the next one though. But I am excited about everyone on this call. And I thank Drew for keeping this alive and Sam as well. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great meeting. I'm hoping this meeting is just as good as the rest.
Thank you, Jeannie. OSCAR.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'm going to have a one-to-one with Jeannie probably Friday after 5:45. I want to get that health insurance started. It's going to save me about half of what I'm paying now. The other shout out is to Kim. Kim, if you don't know, does Mailbox Power, and I got this from her, which is personalized. And you know how long and how hard it was for me not to open this cookie until I did this testimonial. Okay, so I got a cookie with my name on it. So if you want to stay top of mind with your customers, the card has 10 reasons that you want to do it. I'm not going to show you what it is because you have to have a one-to-one with Kim to find out what they are.
Thank you, Oscar. Scott.
First off, Alyssa, I am almost speechless. And I'm going to call Lisa later and tell her, please take a call. You've got a hot ticket to be quoted in the Wall Street Journal. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. You know, now if you can figure out how to get the New York Times, you're golden. Okay. I had a great call with Jeannie yesterday to talk about insurance because my wife's going to retire. And to show you how entrepreneurial she is, she looked at me and she goes, well, I just do it for you. Why not connect me with your wife's boss and I can save him half? Now, he's a very tough customer, but I got no problem because I know Jeannie can handle anyone. So I'm going to do my best to connect her. And I was privileged that she let me see her gorgeous granddaughter. And my first thought is this girl's going to break hearts. And I hope to God her son has a shotgun. Okay. Kim, we're almost ready to have that conversation after Labor Day. Let me get my CRM up and running, the new website up and running, which should be hopefully premiering September 1. And, you know, everyone else, I love you to pieces. And Michelle, we should do a one-on-one because you have no idea how great this group really is yet.
Thank you, Scott. All right, I'll finish it off. I attended a men's retreat this weekend up in Vermont. So as you guys know, I'm moving everything I do to supporting men to overcome adversity. And one of the 7 founding members of my support group, he owns a leadership development company, and an offshoot of that, he does weekend men's retreats. There's 4 men, him and 3 others. And it's all about kind of clearing your headspace, focusing on your life and your business, and really, we've got to combine the two. You can't keep them separate, but it's all about doing what you need to do to prosper. And it's, we do goal setting, but it's real goal setting. Like you write down your goals, 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, and then you drill down by each of the top 3 goals for the 1 year. You drill down to every single step it takes in the process and put that right on your calendar as you go. And it's something I needed, organization. And one of the things that's great about these kind of retreats is you just talk about all different topics, and everybody has a strength or something they need to improve on. And one of the guys, one of his 3rd or 4th companies is a direct mail company, and he mentioned it. And then the other guy is head of a real estate company. And so as they're talking, I'm like thinking, I hear mailbox power in my right ear, mailbox power in my left. I'm like, oh my God, both of these guys. So I as we're there, when it was my turn to kind of elaborate on what they were saying, I mentioned mailbox power and Kim. So as I was there, I'm writing an email to Kim, telling them about it, and shot it off to her. Kim, they were raving when they looked at the website when I was telling them during this whole retreat, and they were floored. So they both came, and it's 2 separate potential clients for you.
That's
Jake,
awesome. Thank you. I was wondering
yeah.
why you emailed me on the weekend.
Yeah. So
think
Jake
it was the weekend.
owns the direct mail company, and David's the one in the real estate. So there'll be 2 separate. I'm sure they'll hop on the same thing when you do the demo if they haven't, or a demo. So that's like the power of the networking, because the whole idea is the better you can get to know everybody here in those face-to-faces in between the meetings, the more that we're top of mind with each other. And then in your regular daily life, conversations come up, and that allows you to say, oh, I know somebody, and the best thing is to make that introduction right away. I just happen to have Kim's info in my phone and those 2 guys' info in my phone. It was very easy, rather than say, oh, I'll do it tonight. So it's just an example of how powerful this can go. So anyway, so thanks so much for sharing, everybody. We will go right into the featured presentation. Scott, and we're live streaming. This might go off the hook. We may lose power on the power grid now. And it's all yours, my friend.
All right, and Drew, I have the ability to share a screen.
Yeah, Sean will give that to you right now.
All right, so
All right,
be-
you should be
hang
all
on
set.
1 second. Let me go to the beginning of this show. Okay, can everyone see my friend the bear? All right, so we're going to do something a little different for those of you who've seen my first show, so to speak. But I want to put across a concept that music sometimes is a precursor of change in the world, in the economy. And I'm going to play a song that you should probably all know, and then I'll tell you why I played it. Everyone recognize that song? No? Stairway to Heaven.
You were cutting in and out a little bit. I couldn't hear the whole thing.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll try it again. Was that better, Kim? Okay. So why
Yes.
did I play that song? Besides the fact that I'm a diehard Zeppelin fan, that was the #1 song all through 1972. And if you look at the lyrics and you feel the music, it's a ballad. it's a fairy tale. It's about, unicorns and golden roads and everything that glitters, and it's happy. And the following year, the economy went into one of the worst bear market recessions in American history. Similarly, in 1982, Journey came out with a song that said, "Don't Stop Believing." And that was right when the market turned back up. So what I want to talk today about, with less guitar and more concept, is surviving the bear market. Because yes, I know we've had a wonderful rally the last few weeks, but trust me, we're in a bear market and we're in a recession. And if you don't believe so, go buy some groceries. So we did a poll a few weeks ago, and I want to show you what happens in the crashes. In 1987, for those of us who were there, we lost 22.6% in one day. It took 2 years to recover. And here's the funny part. 500 billion was wiped out in one day. Today, that's just a ripple in the lake. In 2000 to 2002, the infamous dot-com crash, where Wall Street's idea of diversification was instead of 2 technology funds, you had 6. The NASDAQ lost 77% of its value. And that's where people were predominantly invested. It took 15 years to recover. And of course, the subprime, we lost 57%, and it took 17 months. This will come back and really mean something when I talk about risk management. So 2022, anybody's guess, the S&P is still down 9%. The NASDAQ is still down 16%, so who knows? So here were the top concerns. Do I have the right strategy? Will I run out of money in retirement? I won't be able to retire. How can I create lifetime income? Now, let me share with you that this poll ran for 2 weeks and we had over 2,000 responses. So, first one, do I have the right strategy? Well, the first question you have to ask yourself is, what is my long-term goal? For some people, it's to call it a day at a certain age, buy the house in Cape Cod or down in Florida, and that's it. Play golf, play with the grandchildren, go to the Bluebird special, okay? How have you determined your risk tolerance? And I'm going to show you an example of a different way to analyze your risk, but too many times the Wall Street firms, and this is why I contend the bottle's broken, they ask you a question that's intellectual. Okay, gee, Drew, you're down 15%. What do you do? I do nothing because I'm long-term. B, I hide my head in the sand. C, I'm nervous. I call my advisor to ask what we do. D, I'm too nervous. I sell everything. E, I jump out the window. It's great, but money's emotional. If I said to Drew, hey, Drew, you're down $150,000. That's going to have a much different meaning. So you've got to have a real handle on your risk, okay? And is your is your investment allocation really aligned with economic policy? And I'm going to show you a real harsh example of that in a couple of slides, okay? And when do you plan on starting chapter 2? I mean, for me, I probably will continue working until they carry me out. I'm pretty sure Jeannie's going to do the same. All right. Will I run out of money? And I'm just going to go through these quickly because I want to give you some emphasis about the economic alignment. You've got to be aware that we're living longer, okay? By the time our parents were 65, we were thinking, well, 10 years, life expectancy was 72 for men, 75 for women. What's your annual spend? Now, here's one thing I have to share with you. Your expenses are not going to go down in retirement. You may think so. Someone may be telling you it's not going to happen. And I'll tell you this much, your taxes don't go down either. And any of you that own a house that you've paid off, you're paying more in taxes now than you were paying for your mortgage. The sequence of returns. This is a fancy term that basically says, well, how'd the market do the first 5 years you retired? Well, if the market had a good 3 to 5 years after you retired, you're good because you're taking some money from your portfolio, but you should have enough growth to make up what you took out and still grow. What happens if it was 2008? And the first year you retired, your portfolio got slammed. Well, now instead of taking 3%, maybe it's now 6 or 7%. But you didn't earn anything, you lost. What if it happens 2 years in a row? So you've got to understand that that is really critical. And if your advisor's not addressing it, you need to address it with them. Okay, I can't stress enough. You have to have automatic cash savings. I don't care if you're broke, because when I had that business reversal 30 years ago, we knew we were in trouble because we never had, money came in, it went right out. We started taking 3% of every paycheck. We didn't think we could do it, but we didn't miss the money. And it took a while, but all of a sudden, oh my God, there's 5,000. Next, you know, there's 20,000. And you're increasing your net worth. When you have cash, life is a lot easier. And you don't have to disrupt your portfolio. Okay, how much time do I have left? Okay. Most people don't have a pension. 2 minutes?
2 minutes, Scott, sorry.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to go through this quick. Social Security will be there, but not enough. You might have a shortfall in your savings, okay? Bottom line, you can use bonds, CDs, Social Security, annuities, and life insurance, okay, as ways to create income. Okay, you've all seen this emotional chart, but I want to skip to the economic side. Policy moves markets, okay? From 12/31/2020 to a year later, the S&P gained 26.89%. Huge. 1 year later, it was down 13%. What changed? Now, I want you to remember, this is not politics. This is policy. What changed was the energy policy and the interest rate policy. If you know anything about capitalism, those are the two most important ingredients, the cost of money and the cost of energy. That's why a year ago, I was paying $1.99 for a dozen and a half eggs, and now I saw it for $6. Didn't buy it, but that's another story. Price of gasoline was $2.18. It's now $4.35 national average as of last week. The yield on the 10-year treasury was paying less than 1%. And now it's been hovering between 2.7 and 3%. That's what changed. All right, I know I'm out of time. I'll talk to everyone about risk some other time. But if you don't know what your risk number is, and you don't know what the risk number of your portfolio is, you could have a gap that could come back to bite you hard. What do you do now? Find out your risk number, find out your portfolio's risk number, close the gap, ask yourself, am I still invested the same as I was before policy changed? If you are, we should have a conversation. Make sure you're aligned, check your emotions at the door, give yourself the benefit of a second opinion, and email me to find out your risk. Okay, Drew, I'm sorry if I went over, but that's
Nope.
my story and I'm sticking to it.
Valuable stuff, Scott. Thank you very, very much. Questions. We have, let's say, a minute or two for questions, and we'll go through our 45 seconds. Oscar.
I have a comment because I heard something that was really wild. If you're looking to retire and live 20 years and you want to eat 3 times a day, it's a couple, and you're only going to spend $7 on each meal, you need over $300,000 in the bank just to eat 3 times a day, $7 meals.
I haven't heard that particular twist, but you're not
Wow.
far off the mark. Because the one thing that you have to know is, even in normal circumstances, you will experience some inflation. And that's the key. How do you keep your money growing ahead of inflation and ahead of withdrawal?
Or just have 1 meal a day. That's it.
Make it a very
Bad.
large lot of pasta.
Bad. Jeannie.
So here's a question that's very, I think, unique, right? So Scott, if having a financial advisor is a very personal thing, right? It really is. You're trusting that person with everything that you got. If you want to just tip your toe in the water and just see if you're a fit for someone, what would be the one product that you have in your wheelhouse that would be the product that I would want to try?
That's a tough question to answer, Jeannie, because it goes outside the way I practice. That's like cherry picking. And how do you cherry pick when you don't really know someone? I think the art and science of any financial professional or any professional is, I got to really see it through your eyes. Because what may seem risky to Scott may seem like, are you kidding, to Jeannie? What may keep you up at night? So, but if there was one area that I think is very overlooked and misunderstood by the public, it would be the use of annuities to create lifetime income. And
I love that answer. Thank you, Scott.
It's a
No,
good
but don't
answer.
believe Ken Fisher, because I got his stuff and it's a bait and switch. He's talking about fixed rate annuities, okay, versus variable annuities. I'll keep my mouth shut so I keep it clean.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, we will be starting a new group that we can talk, you don't have to keep it clean, Scott. So I'll let you lead that one, my friend. So, all right. So thank you, everybody. That was awesome presentation, Scott. I
Thank
learned
you
something
very
new
much,
every
Howard.
time. Every time I hear you speak, man, I learn something new. So thank you very, very much. All right, now we'll go into our 45-second showcases. And after Scott, I believe, is me. So see, you men in the audience know that men don't like asking for help. If you know a friend of yours is going through something, you ask how they are and they say, I'm fine. That's the person I would love to speak with and help, because men have been trained in life to say, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm going to pour my rest of my professional and personal life into supporting men to overcome adversity of a variety of services we offer. But the key is to help men enhance their communication so they can enhance their relationships. Hopefully we can drive down divorce rates and male suicide rates, because it's out of control. Next up, George is not here, so we'll go to Andrea.
Oh, that's me. Well, good morning. Andrea Burrows with Guaranteed Rate. I am your mortgage professional and your home buying helper. I work with the realtors to make the deal work. My job is to figure out ways to do that on paper. And I just want to say that there are multiple ways that you can use income to qualify. So we can't use things that aren't on paper, or as one lovely lady put it last week, illegal. Not income on paper is not illegal, by the way, but it is my job to figure out other sources. So everything from your investments and such, we could also use that, and dividends. So if you know anybody who might be struggling to qualify, let me know. Andrea Burrows with Guaranteed Rate.
Thank you, Andrea. Jeannie, you're next.
Good morning, everyone. And my name is Jeannie Asante, and I'm excited because I have a company that's been in existence since 1988, and that's called Big Apple Savings and Benefits of New York, and that's BABS for short. Love my being a BABS. I want to know who wants to join me in being a BABS. So excited that I want to highlight today healthcare sharing. And the reason that I want to highlight that is because many people don't know that there's an option for them out there. How many times do we look at our paycheck and or our bank account and notice that a large chunk of money is missing? And a large chunk of money is your healthcare benefits. How would you like to cut that down by at least 50%? That's a minimum guaranteed savings of 50% for the same coverage you have now. If that's an option for you, if it's something you even just want to learn about, give me a call, Jeannie Asante. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeannie. Mohammed texted me. He couldn't make it this morning. So David, you're next.
All right, David Quick, Total Cover IT, your IT specialist for business. What we do is we totally cover your business here at Total Cover. We totally cover all your computer systems, making sure you have all proper monitoring and security and protection, on-demand support, both your Mac and PC issues. So yes, we do it all. This week, I'm looking for introductions to commercial real estate attorneys. The real reason for that is they are knowledgeable about businesses that are moving their offices, and that's a good opportunity for us. So we can set up the entire office with your wiring and systems and get them all up and running. And then we have opportunity for projects. David Quick, Total Cover IT, where our I is on your T.
Thank you, David. Oscar.
Good morning, everyone. Oscar Pell, your local Legal Shield ID Shield associate. If you don't have these two apps on your phone, you're making a huge mistake, because right now we've had over 34 billion records stolen. That means all of our records are out there for sale on black market. The problem with that is 70% of identity theft ends up in a legal problem. So we have both covered with these two apps. Talk to me. I will show you how to get this at a very, very low cost, even for a zero cost. We could do that also. Part of everything that we do, we also donate to Operation Underground Railroad to stop child sex trafficking here in the US and around the world. My information will be in the chat.
Thank you, Oscar. Kim.
Hi, everybody. So I help you demystify the complexities of online marketing, teaching you how to use email marketing, direct mail, and LinkedIn. And we have a way with Mailbox Power, which was mentioned quite a bit today, to generate leads for 10 to 20 cents each, which is a really cool tool. You can drill down to your ideal client and really get a targeted, qualified list of leads. So that's a really cool feature in our system, among many others. And I'm actually looking for people that want LinkedIn help, because I love teaching LinkedIn and I would love to be able to help people optimize it. So if you know anyone individually or in small groups, I would love to get in touch with them.
Thank you, Kim. Alyssa.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Alyssa Randall, and I'm a headshot photographer located in Verona, New Jersey, with access to a studio in New York. And I love to dig in and understand what makes a person tick, so I can capture their personality. I'm often told by my clients, "You really got me." And my desire is that your headshot photo makes you feel strong and empowered and just helps you achieve whatever dream may be. Your headshot's your digital brand, especially today. So it's your digital business card. And whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, you need it for a corporate business website, whether it's for a dating site, a board seat, a speaking engagement, whatever it is, headshots are even more important today than they ever have been. And I wanted to share that we were recently highlighted in the Wall Street Journal. So very excited about that. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Alyssa. Michelle Marie, we'll have you go. We don't have a card for you yet. Sean will help you with that. So Michelle Marie, you're on.
Okay, hello and good morning, everyone. So Michelle Marie Adams, working in real estate for Keller Williams Metropolitan on the Crawford Lorenzo home selling team, primarily working in Morristown, well, let's say Morris, Essex, Sussex, Union, Bergen, and Somerset. So very wide net, really trying to focusing in on mostly the lake side or the lake lifestyle in northern New Jersey. Since I live in Lake Hopatcong, I love it. I love everything about the community. So really trying to, bring my expertise to individuals who are maybe looking for a weekend summer home, an investment rental, or year-round living at the lake. So, but I also do everything else.
Thank you, Michelle Marie. And so now we'll talk about Project Scholarship. That's a brainchild of Dennis Harabin, the late Dennis Harabin, and we're going to keep, as much as we can, keep this going. It's really a goal to help students, go from their classroom to a career with less debt. And Sean, our own Sean, is a product of that, and it's a wonderful, wonderful program. Next up, we have Relaxed Benefits, which as of right now, we're still utilizing this. Candido Rodriguez is behind the scenes with his company. The whole goal is to help small to medium-sized businesses have quality service at affordable cost to your team. That would include employee retention, health and wellness, and tax advantage benefits. So Relax Benefits, if you're interested, the number's there to call. And then the next, we have Relax Social Media, which Sean will play a video for us. It's an awesome benefit.
Managing your own social media accounts can be a total pain. It's time-consuming, distracting, and if you're not really good at it, it could ruin your reputation. Relax Social Media takes the stress off your shoulders and lets you focus on what your business does best. We ease your workload by providing high-quality social media management services at an affordable price. Our all-in-one proprietary software streamlines and automates your process. We help you reach your audience with strategies that work to make sure your posts are receiving the engagement they deserve. And you can get all of this in our Platform Plus package, starting at just $99 a month without any contracts. So relax. Stop doing things manually. Start today.
Again, if you're interested in utilizing that benefit, the phone number was on that card. We have no visitors today. So the last slide we keep up here is for Relax Tax. That was Dennis's main part of his business. And that's the one, unfortunately, we know the least about right now. So we're still working hard to get this, going, but I want to keep the card up there for positive energy. And I want to thank everybody for joining us. We do have speakers lined up. We have on August 23rd, our own Oscar Capel speaking. On August 30th, Sean's going to give a Relax Teams 101 presentation on being the best member you can possibly be using the tools we have available. And September 6th, it's an open slot. If anybody would like September 6th, please let Sean know. Otherwise, we'll be soliciting. And I thank everybody for joining us. Please invite people to become members. I would love to have a business coach on this team. And if you can think of, in your own business, what you are lacking, what profession you'd like to be there to support you and assist you, find somebody and invite that professional onto this team. We want to have a nice team where we can have all-in-one support for the community. And thank you again for coming. This is again Relax Teams Northern New Jersey. We meet Tuesday mornings at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Have a wonderful week, everybody.